Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'm going to explain about information system design analysis. Before we get started, let me introduce myself first. My name is Arsyad Al Farabi Akhyar. My serial number is 19109330008. I'm from Andalas University, Industrial Engineering. In this information system development project management, there are 6 contents that I have to tell you about. First one is case study, second one is service request, next one is project charter, and then work breakdown structure, next one is Gantt chart, and the last one is critical path. The first one is case study. Benza Prima, which is one of the leading distribution companies engaged in the distribution and office stationery, along with the rapid economic growth, increasing market demand and number of other companies, emerging which are also engaged in office stationery in the city of Semarang. It is necessary to have an information system that helps executives in analyzing the marketing sector so that companies can survive in the midst of business competition, getting tighter. Therefore, to produce information that is specifically intended for executives at Benza Prima company, a system specifically designed for this purpose is needed, namely an executive information system. With a specially designed system, it is hoped that executives can meet the information needs they want to make decisions and formulate strategies in the face of competition so that they can advance and maintain the company's glory. Next one is service request. Service request is a form of request from the user to the IT part or service desk or help desk regarding requests for information, suggestions, access to XYZ services or changes to existing system in the company. As you can see that in this slide, you can see that system service request provides the name and contact information of the person requesting the system, the problem statement, and the name and contact, and then the sponsor information. Insert chart in this picture describes the creation of a system request in the form of a form. The system service request form contains the date the request was made, which is 7 November 2021 by the Benza Prima executive staff, and the contact is membership@gmail.com. The type of request for system service creation is a new system. The problem statement contains description of a problem faced by Benza Prima so that it requires a system that can solve the problem. The next one is project charter. Project charter is a document that describes the information needed to create a project, including the name of the project manager, customer, project timeline, project overview, objectives, key assumptions, stakeholders, and responsibilities. In this picture, as you can see that it is explained that the name of the project is Executive Information Management or EIS. System request with project manager is Arsyad Al Farabi. Customer of the AIS system request is the Benza Prima executive with a project starting from November 7, 2021 to December 30, 2021. The project overview contains brief information and the 30 purpose of the system you want to build. This project aims to create a system that provides information for the marketing sector so that it can take steps according to the problems that occur. The next one is work breakdown structure or WBS. In the WBS is a deliverable or product-oriented grouping of project work elements shown in graphical display to organize and subdivide the total work of a project. In this table, in this picture, as you can see that the WBS is divided into three processes. Namely, first one is planning, second one is analysis, and the third one is the design. The first process is planning. In this planning process, a team is created to create project, and then the team conducts interview with user and project owner. And next is the analysis process. In the analysis process is after the problem is obtained in this process, and analysis of the problem and analysis of the database is carried out. Finally, the last process is the design process. In the design process, there are three activities, namely designing database construction, UI/UX design, and designing the project presentation. In designing database construction, it is useful to design a database framework that will be used. Then UI/UX design is useful for designing the appearance of the system and user experience of the system. And designing the project presentation is useful for designing as a standard form or initial form of the system you want to create. And the next one is Gantt chart. Gantt chart is a kind of bar chart. It's simply same, which is used to indicate the task on the project as well as the schedule and the time of its implementation, such as the start of the task as well as the deadline used to complete the task in question. As you can see in these two pictures, the left one and the right one, the Gantt chart for this project can be seen in these two pictures. The Gantt chart shows the time required to complete each activity from the start to the end of the activity. This project was carried out for 31 days, starting from 8/11/2021 and ending on 20/12/2021. Make a team activity is carried out for 3 days, starting from 8/11/2021 and ending on 10/11/2021. User interview activities were carried out for 2 days, starting from 11/11/2021 and ending on 12/11/2021. Further activities can be seen in these two pictures. And the last one is critical path. Critical path, or we can say that critical path method is a critical path method that uses a network with a linear time cost balance. Critical path describes the sequence of connected activities that produce the longest overall time period. The critical path shows ET and LT. ET is for the earliest time that all activities starting at node I can start. And then LT is the latest time for the completion of all activities that end at node I. In this picture, it can be seen that the ET and LT values of each node. The value on the top of right is the ET value, and the value on the bottom right is the LT value. At node 3, it can be seen that the ET value is 5 and the LT value is 5. At node 4, the ET value is 10 and the LT value is 7. Because the critical path takes the longest path, the chosen node is node 4. Nodes on the critical path are 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Nodes on the critical path have a longer time than nodes that do not. It's on the critical path so that if one activity is delayed on the critical path, the overall project completion time will also be delayed. That's all about the case study, service request, project charger, WBS, Gantt chart, and the critical path. I will say thank you for the opportunity and sorry for my mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.